got a rare zombies focused video for y'all on the channel today, because believe it or not, there was more cool stuff in the Season 3 launch update for zombies than I thought there would be. We got a new map region, new features, events, skills, and more, and multiplayer fans will find the new weapon unlock challenges that are in zombies attractive too. Yo, what's going on everyone? My name's Sinister Skater. Welcome to the channel. Remember, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Look at the graph on the screen right now. I don't need to say anything other than that. Consider subscribing. Thought I'd give a zombies update video a shot. I'll be sharing all the important changes that came with the launch of Season 3. So first things first, there is a new feature that will impact every Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War player, and that is that now you can unlock new weapons via challenges in zombies. Weapons like the LC-10, the FAR 83, melee weapons, etc., etc. If you look at the Ballistic Knife, if you wanted to unlock this in zombies, you have to kill 300 zombies with a special or a melee weapon that is epic or legendary rarity, which is the purple or orange rarity, which is much easier than the multiplayer challenge, which is to get a one-shot, one kill, and a melee kill in the same life in 15 different matches. The challenge itself is super specific, and then 15 matches is going to take you a couple hours to complete itself. It takes like 30 minutes max to get a legendary melee weapon or crossbow in Outbreak, and then like another 30 minutes or so to kill 300 zombies with it. So I myself am definitely going to be unlocking the Ballistic Knife in zombies, and not to mention the Ballistic Knife is a great support weapon, and supposedly it does more damage to Orda than the crossbow, so it's like a super good weapon. Speaking of new weapons, the cargo truck and the FAV vehicles have been added to Outbreak, and both of those come with mounted weapons. Now, the cargo truck is actually pretty game-changing. It is much stronger than the other vehicles in Outbreak, and both of these vehicles will allow you to hot swap between driving and operating the turret that is mounted on the vehicle. And with this turret, you can sustain fire for a pretty long time, and it does a decent amount of damage. It's actually really fun to drive around crushing zombies and mowing them down with the turret in early rounds. That's the first of several more impactful Outbreak additions. There is a new event called Fury Crystals, which is actually a pretty challenging event that will reward you with a free weapon rarity upgrade that is very useful in mid-early games. How the Fury Crystals work is you'll shoot the first crystals, you'll get a little sound cue, and then about 6 orange crystals will spawn somewhere around you, and you have to go hunt those down before the timer ends. When you destroy that 6th crystal, it will give you an ether tool, which will automatically upgrade the rarity of the weapon that you have out at the time. The entire time you're doing this, zombies will be swarming you from all directions, and I found that the event tends to be in indoor locations more than outdoor locations, which makes it more likely for zombies to surround you and swarm you and down you. The Fury Crystal event does bring the world events to a total of 4. It's a welcomed addition. Always great to see more life breathe into Outbreak. More Outbreak objective variants have been added to the worlds, more specifically in Alpine and Golova. Now there are more alternate locations that these can spawn at. For example, in Golova, my defend objective was near the bridge instead of that church-like building at the top of the hill. And again, this just varies the gameplay, switches up, doesn't make it feel as monotonous. You don't want to ignore the new phase wall tear features either. These are found on the edges of all of the worlds. I found there's usually one on each side of the world, usually about 4 total, and you'll take a slight damage while you're running to these, but once you're inside one, you'll teleport and it will spit you out in the air at the top of the world, and from there you can parachute to wherever you would like. Think of it as another way to travel faster around the map, and actually could replace the jump pads on the map. You don't have to pay any money for this or anything like that. Plus, you also get a random power-up when you get spit out the top of the phase wall tear. So that alone is a reason to use every single one that you see. The Season 3 update also brought us a new region called DUGA. You've probably seen gameplay throughout this video. It seems pretty large compared to the other Outbreak worlds. There's a lot of verticality with this too, and a lot of cool buildings. And you'll find that there is a remake of Grid found in a section of the map. Reddit user Reynolds1997 shared some screenshots of this on the COD Zombies Reddit. And you can see that building from the original Black Ops 1 map Grid is definitely in the DUGA map, which will be coming to Fireteam, Dirty Bomb, and multi-team modes in multiplayer later on in Season 3. and we can probably expect to see a surprise Grid 6v6 multiplayer map remake thrown in there as well. While roaming across the worlds of Outbreak, you can now find Die Machine Wonder Weapon upgrades. I found one at the top of the scaffolding thingy in the middle of DUGA. You'll be familiar with this if you've done the D Machine Easter egg or upgraded the Die Machine on that map. And hopefully this will make that Wonder Weapon actually useful in Outbreak, because it's one of like the worst weapons you can use when you get to higher rounds on that. Now for those updates not specific to Outbreak, we have a new field upgrade called Toxic Growth. This reminds me a lot of that Zetsubo no Shima Wonder Weapon. What this does is summon a growth in front of you when you activate it, and that growth will slow enemies down that are inside of it and will also deal damage to them. The crystal upgrades will allow you to store up to 3 charges of the Toxic Growth, will also increase the health of the growth and the damage it deals, and the growth can cause enemies to explode and deal splash damage, which could get pretty lethal. The field upgrade itself doesn't seem too crazy straight off the bat. I could see its specific use cases and where it could come in handy, and of course those upgrades could make it absolutely insane and like the go-to field upgrade down the line. Ammo mods have also been rebalanced. They've changed 3 of them. They've buffed the Napalm Burst by doubling the damage effects it does. Shatter Blast had its overall damage just straight up nerfed, so it's less effective. And Dead Wire got nerfed from a 33% bonus damage to 25% bonus damage, and it got a reduction in the radius at which it can spread to other zombies. These changes even the playing field with the ammo mod meta, and they hope that this will get people using some other mods other than like the go-to Dead Wire and Shatter Blast, of course. Last thing you need to know about the Season 3 update, a really big part of the update that Treyarch was hyping up a lot was that they increased the XP and the match bonus XP that you got from all zombies modes. However, it appears that they nerfed the XP instead, and they nerfed it by a lot. There have been multiple reports on the COD Zombies subreddit that XP is slower than ever before. People are going from season level 1 to season level 3 after 20 to 30 rounds, which is absolutely pathetic. And supposedly weapon XP is slower too. Treyarch just straight up done goofed with the XP update. I don't know why XP is a recurring issue in zombies. It seems like they always mess it up, or it's always bad or something. It'll probably get fixed in the future, but just know right now you're not going to be leveling up that quickly when you are playing zombies. So what are your thoughts on these zombies changes? Again, I wasn't expecting much, but if you're like me and you enjoy Outbreak, this is definitely a refresher and makes the game mode more fun. If you're more of a round-based zombies player, there weren't too many changes that will affect you much, but we should be getting that new round-based map by the start of Season 4. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, consider subscribing, and if you'd like to help support the channel directly, there are some links down below in the description that you can check out. Peace.